Alright guys, welcome back. It's battle report time again, and as per what we've been doing lately, which is people requesting armies to fight and getting them going on the channel. So people requested that the Plague Marines or the Death Guard face off against this other horror, the Tyranids. So it's been quite requested, so I've put the two together. So Brad's here to helm the Tyranids, so say g'day Brad.
Hello.
Hello. It's better than g'day, isn't it, mate? Alright, he's just coughing along up there, don't mind him, he's just dying slowly in the background. So for the list, I've mixed up a little bit, so I've got no Plague Burst crawlers today, but what I do have is, so, got a battalion that's got a Malignant Plague Caster, a Chaos Lord, just in power armour, then 1, 2, 3 units of Plague Marines. The Plague Marines are armed with 2 Blight Launchers and Plasma Gun on the champion, as per usual. This guy's got Miasma and Blades of Putrefaction. Then also he's got Smite, obviously. Then this guy's going to be the Warlord, so he's going to have the Fulgaris Helm and Arch Contaminator. So he's going to have that bubble of rerolls. In the battalion there as well, we've got 1, 2 Foul Blight Spawns. You love them, they do their work. This guy also, he's got a funky gun on him, but he's just got the sword as per points wise. That's just going to be a bolt gun, pussy looking bolt gun. Then we've got, I think it's the Vanguard, which is the fast. So we've got a Demon Prince in there. Now he's got the claws, and his psychic power will be Miasma. Now I'm going to pay the 1 command point to give him the Suffocating Plate, which will give him the 2 up and the whatnot to get him combatty. Then we've got 3 fast attack choices. So we've got 1 Foul Blight Spawn with 2 Plague Spitters, 3 Myophatic Blight Whores, and another Fetid Bloat Drone with Plague Spitters. So that brings me to 1500 points on the button, and we'll see what we can do against this. So Brad's just manning this list. So it's the same as we had the other day. So we've got Battalion, which is these 2 guys, 2 Tyranid Primes. Then we got 1, 2, 3 Warriors with the Heavy Venom Cannon and Rending Claws. Then we got 1, 2, 3 Ripper Swarms. Then we've got the big guy, oh sorry, in that too, we've got 2 Screamer Killers with Spore Cysts and Adrenal Glands and all the upgrades. Then over here we've also got a Exocrine. You know what he does, he kills stuff. Then we got 1, 2, 3 Carnifexes with the Heavy Venom Cannons, Death Spitters with Slimer Maggots. They got the Enhanced Sensors and the Spore Cysts, so -1 to hit, +1 to hit for them. Then we got the big guy at the back here, 2 sets of claws, psychic powers, all those shenanigans. Now, as per usual, this guy here will be the Warlord. He'll have the whip and sword upgrade for the relic, and then his buff is the anything within 3 of him ignores cover for shooting to buff these guys. Alright, so that's the list here, coming in at 9 command points as well. So what we'll do is we'll roll up a mission and we'll get to it. What do you think, Brad? You going to win?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Alright, you heard it here. We'll get back to you with the battle. Alright guys, so the mission is cut off the head is what we've rolled up. So in the center here we've got Chaplain Cassius of the Death Watch. Now he's our center objective that we've placed on the battlefield because it makes fluffy sense. The Tyranids want to absorb his biomatter to know what the Death Watch know, and of course the Chaos Boys over here just want to capture him also for very similar purposes, but they'll probably be a lot crueler than just absorbing him into the biomass. He'll probably get a lot of torture and pus and all that sort of stuff. So, also in Cut Off the Head, you've got to allocate points to HQs. Now it turns out that this army and this army both have 3 HQs, so it works out that 1 point will just go to each of them. Obviously HQs can hold this centerpiece to capture it. Now, Brad set up second and I set up first, so I'll go around the Death Guard side and show you pretty much blob of death here. So troops at the front, Chaos Lord, Malignant Plague Caster, Foul Blight Spawns, these are behind. My Myophatic Blight Whores behind them to give the cover. Then over here we've got Demon Prince and his entourage of flying spittle guys. And that's everything here because we want to just make a haul ass for the centre. I'm sure Brad's got a very similar idea because his setup here is all the big guns and all the troops just facing straight across at my stuff and vice versa. He started with this guy on the field. And these guys are over here for sort of a round flanking manoeuvre by the looks of things. And you didn't have anything in reserve? No. No, everything's on the table. So there'll be no reserves this battle. I set up first. Would you like to seize the initiative?
Try.
Alright, where are you rolling that bad boy? Just here? No. That's a 5. So the Death Guard will be going first, which is good because I think against this massed gun line, I'm gonna need it. Maybe knock a gun or two out. Alright, so we'll get back to yours at the end of this Death Guard turn 1. Cassius. Alright guys, at the end of turn 1, we've made a push forward. So pretty much we were back here, we've moved forward to here, so we're not far from where Cassius is. Now all the fast attack stuff behind here has ran and jumped over here and got sort of a forward position where these Tyranids are. Psychic, I got neg 1 hit on these guys, and I put blades on this guy just in case they make the charge. It might make me more effective, maybe it won't. Shooting wise, we had pretty much all these units here fire into warriors over here. We removed one unit completely, giving us first strike, and we removed another one over here. Then these guys used their rockets to fire over it in the X-Screen, and it all just bounced off him. Did absolutely no damage. So pretty much we got first strike and we've pushed forward. So Brad will have his Tyranids turn and get back and start nomming on some pussy Marines. Alright. Alright guys, end of Tyranid turn 1. So, the Exocrine stayed back here. These guys all made a solid push towards the centre. These two walked over here, they didn't run. And as you can see, the Hive Tyrant's all the way over here. So, shooting wise, it wasn't the greatest. His shooting was about as good as my shooting. So these 3 shot into here and only killed 2 Plague Marines at the front there. Followed up by these warriors supported. I had really good shooting. So the feel no pain, all that sort of stuff. The toughness 5 really come into it because they're not wounding on 2s with a lot of their guns. It's 3, so it did make a big difference. This gun here shot over into here, took 4 wounds off this guy over here, with this guy following up with another 2 wounds. These guys spat over here and took a wound as well. And that was about it, wasn't it? So you didn't get first strike, and this guy got into combat with this guy, but he's tough to 7, and the Hive Tyrant's only strength 6. So having to wound on 5 ups didn't go so well, but it's only the first turn, so I'll get back to it and see if I can't do some damage against these guys. Alright guys, at the end of Death Guard 2, it's been a bit of a bloodbath for the old Tyranids. So, all sort of push forward in the centre of here, come right up over to here. We've got our drones and stuff all over here, so we're past the halfway mark. We're pushing right up into enemy territories. Combat wise, I got a smite off on this guy, but I only did 1 wound, and then I got a neg 1 to hit on these guys because I need these as my backbone as my shooting. Shooting wise, this is where it gets good. So these 3 here deleted the Exocrine, and Brad's really happy about it, aren't you, mate?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, totally. These sort of ran forward with the foul blight spawns. That I got rid of the rest of the warriors, and then I use these guys just to shoot in and clear out most of the rippers, then assault them because they can be real pesky. You don't want to let them get in your lines and assault you because I've only got 1 attack apiece. So if I had to let him charge me, it wouldn't have been good. He would have tied me up for ages. Would have been real pesky. So I used the shooting to there. So these guys are all here are still in full health. Over here, I charged into these guys. I only did 4 wounds on one of them, and then those other 2 wounds are from his little ability with the Suffocating Plate. But they did no damage back on me either. But then I also charged this Hive Tyrant to try and keep him busy here, and I got 6 wounds stripped off me and smacked in the face by the big fella. So that's the end of the turn, and we do have a character here in the centre with Cassius, so he's going to have to come and take that from me. We'll get back to you at the end of Brad's Tyranid turn 2. Alright, end of Tyranid turn 2. These guys sort of shuffled forward a bit and shot into here and killed an assortment of Plague Marines all over the shop. Then this guy ran in here and chopped one. No, actually he didn't do any damage. But this guy ran over here and killed 3 Plague Marines. So there's only 1 hero left there. These guys here took this guy down 4 wounds. And over here, nothing happened against this guy here. And also the Rippers ran in here and tried to attack too. So it was a bit of combat. He has done some damage. I'm down a fair few guys. All my drones are on their lower tiers. My Demon Prince is half dead now. And I've only got a few Plague Marines around here. But we'll see what happens at the end of the next turn. He's doing well. He's pushing forward. So we'll get back to you at the end of this. And by the way too, no one's lost a character yet. So there's no points scored there. And there's no points scored here because we've both got a character on this objective. Alright, so we'll get back to you at the end of this. Alright guys, at the end of Death Guard turn 3, we've had some action. So these guys backed out of combat with the Hive Tyrant and spat on him and killed him. And he's dead. That's for that movement and shooting. These guys sort of pushed forward. Now these two ran over here and obliterated 1 Carnifex. Then these shot over here and obliterated another Carnifex, and then we also took 5 wounds off this Carnifex with shooting from overcharged plasma and grenades. So that one's got 3 wounds left, so the Carnifex has got like really slapped around over there. Combat here, we surrounded his character here with a combination of all my characters and beat the snot out of him with corrupted staffs and corrupted swords. Over here, he chomped in and killed some more Plague Marines here, and then I fought back trying to get rid of this Ripper Swarm and done nothing, which is what I was talking about earlier. You do not want to fight Ripper Swarms in combat. They're just griblets. Then over here, 1 Carnifex went down, but then this one's still here, and he saved all his attacks but didn't do any damage. So as far as it goes, he's still got a character and a couple of Carnifexes and things left in the battle. So he's going to go on to his turn 3 and see what kind of damage he can do to me, and we'll get back to you at the end of that. And this eternal battle will just keep going over here. Alright. Alright guys, at the end of Tyranid turn 3, over here it was a valiant fight between the Rippers and the Carnifex. Have taken this guy down to 1 wound, but then he killed the Carnifex. Then over here we've got this warrior wiped out this unit here, then ran in and shut this guy down here. So pretty much he's got a couple of units left. You happy to see if we go to turn 4, Brad? See what happens?
It's going to be a bit of a slaughterfest. Everything's going to die now.
Well, you could win. You know, there's always a bright side.
Yeah.
So you're happy to go forward, or you want to call it there?
I'll call it here.
Alright, so turn 3, you got smoked. Yeah, with all this firepower, it's not looking good for you, mate. So, is there anything you want to add? Do you have a man of the match or anything that you thought done really well?
Well, I do like the Rippers. They're very tough what they'll cost.
Yeah, they're only 33 points and they do work, and they're troops as well. You're, yeah, the one thing I must say with Tyranids, with the Carnifexes, being strength 6 really hurts them when getting into combat with tougher things. You kind of need the crab claws, I guess, but then they're at a -1 to hit, but except for the turn they charge, unless you use old One Eye. For me this turn, I'm going to give these guys man of the match because they consistently deleted things every turn. Yeah, just really good units. Never leave home without them. They're a good force multiplier, good long range firepower. Really good unit for these guys. So if you like this, like, subscribe, share, get all that done. And now we know the answer of who would win between Tyranids and Death Guard. I reckon though we might swap the turns around and I'll do Tyranids and Brad do Death Guard next time and see if we can't get a different outcome. Alright, thanks for watching guys.